Well, it's a bit of a sad start to this episode then. Just spoke to Jimmy's lovely wife. Lovely lady she is. Sadly, Jimmy did pass away 7 months ago, just before the barley harvest in that field should have been done. Oh, that's a bit of a sad start to the day. Well, what a lovely chat. And a cup of tea, some biscuits. And she has said to me that she knows nothing about farming, it's just Jimmy and her. She has said that she doesn't know what to do. She can't take on the field because she doesn't know anything about farming, doesn't know anything about equipment. Just really doesn't know what to do. They don't have any kids, so there's no one that they can pass it on to. So we had a good chat, and as we know, the field can be bought for just over $500,000. Sadly, I don't have $500,000 in the bank. So Jimmy's wife fully understands this, knows that it's quite expensive, it's what it's valued at. But she has agreed that I can lease it off her, so I can use it as my own and pay her a monthly fee. I can either do this, pay off so much a month, and then end up buying it if we get the money, but it's still $500,000. Even at the rate of what I'm paying her per month, which is £5,180 a month. That's what she's agreed on, which I think is, for that field, is cracking. So that's going to be taken out of my bank every day. So as soon as we go past midnight, that's going to go. So already then I have paid Jimmy's wife the money for this month. So let's just go through here then. We shut everything up. We'll open the gates up again. Got my JCB out because I think we're going to be needing this. Now, I did send back the cultivator and obviously the planter because, well, if I'm honest, I didn't really see this going this way. And I said in the previous episode I was a little bit worried that something had happened to Jimmy, because you don't own a field like this and leave it with withered crop for so long. You wouldn't, would you? As a farmer, you want to spin this thing around as much as you can. I am going to have to lease the cultivator and planter again. So I know we've only sent them back in the last episode, so we are going to get hit again with leasing costs and rental charges. But unfortunately, there's not really much we can do. Like I said, I didn't plan on this going this way. I didn't expect this, or I didn't expect to be renting this field off her. So let's go find a cultivator. So this is the one I've gone for then. It's a slight bit bigger than the one we used in our own field. This is 12.2 meters. The other one was 7.2. Now, I'm hoping my JCB is going to be okay. This requires 375 horses. We've got about 350, so it should be okay. So fingers crossed we'll be alright. We'll give it a go and see. I think it'll be okay. I think it just might struggle a little bit. Now, we need to see what we can put in here. Now, obviously, because we're leasing the field, we don't want anything in here that's going to take an absolute age to grow. So I was looking at the calendar to see what we could put in and what we could potentially get out pretty quick. What's sort of a quick turnaround? This is what I got. Looking for a quick turnaround then, I'm looking at sorghum here near the bottom of this crop calendar. So we're in the last month to be able to put sorghum in the ground. But the good thing is, if you look, we're in May now. In August, we could harvest, potentially, might be September, but August, September, we can harvest sorghum. Now, granted, it's not going to be its best price. Nothing's at its best price at harvest time. We will have to wait a little bit. But at the best price, it's around about 3,000 per 1,000 litres. Not as good as soybeans, which we can technically still put in and do them in October, November. But I want something different. I don't want to do 2 big fields of soybeans. I know it's probably the most money, but I think sorghum would be something different, and we can get straw off sorghum as well. So the worker's all set up, then I've set his course. Let's go and activate this and see how we get on. Oh, it does sort of feels good, but also it's a little bit sad, really, isn't it? But then this crop is dead. There isn't really much we can do with it. It's not like we're killing perfectly good crop. It is finished. I'm just got to check to see if the work is going to be okay here. Are we? Yeah, me bales. I was a bit worried about my bales and thinking, it's a bit close. Yeah, we're just going to check if the work is okay and if you can get around all this. Should potentially, now I have set him to do smooth corners just because I'm don't really want him to sort of go towards like the hedge and have to back up and get stuck in the trees. So I thought, well, do smooth. That way then he should go around all the corners without having to stop. I can come back and tweak them myself. So one complete headland round. Yeah, the worker did okay. Now, it's a little slow because the tractor is struggling a little bit. I was a little bit worried about the horsepower kind of issue. We are just a little bit under what this cultivator, it requires. But I'm hoping it still should be okay. I could have gone for the smaller one, which is only like 200 horsepower. But then it would have took, I think, just as long. This being bigger, covering more area, but a little slower. I'm going to guess, am I actually saving any time or not? Maybe not. So we'll let the worker carry on. We'll get this cultivated and we'll come back when it's ready to put sorghum in the ground. So all the cultivating's done. The worker's done a good job. I've just gone round the edge just to double check the little bits like on these corners here where the worker missed. I did just go round and sort of get the little withered crop bits around the edge. I don't believe I've missed anywhere. It all looks okay to me. Look at that. That's a size field when you see it empty like that. My word. So all's looking good. So really, this cultivator can go back now. Was a little bit of a struggle for the tractor because it is quite big. So maybe we need to sort of, stick with the, look at the dirt on this. Stick with the smaller one. A little bit less power. So let's just send this back then. Return. Yes, thank you. Beautiful. Right. Now I'm just thinking about planters. Do we go for something bigger? Or do I go for my trusted faithful that I've used before because it's awesome and I do like it? Let's have a look through the shop. So I was looking at this then. We could go for this. This is part of the new horse DLC that we got. So this one's 12 meters, which is a nice size. It also does fertilizer and seeds, so that'll be again killing two birds with one stone. So I've gone for this one then. 12 meters would be pretty good. I've gone and bought some more seed and fertilizer. Now I know we have got the seed tender in the shed. I think the bags be okay for now. Plus the right here, if we need that, that's if we're doing a big job, we can bring it out. So we'll go fill this up. Sorghum is selected, and then we can start a worker on this field and see how they get on with this. So we're all set up, ready to go. The course has been loaded. The worker knows what it's doing and what GPS to follow. Now, the only one thing I think we need to do first before I put anything in the ground. Obviously, this field hasn't been tested to have the soils tested, so we don't know what soil's in it. We've got a rough idea, but we don't know anything about the pH. And I'm not sure if the nitrogen at the top, because it says no values detected yet. So I'm not sure if it's going to be able to control how much nitrogen and how much pH and all that kind of stuff needs to go. Well, nitrogen anyway. So this is where my little class here comes in handy for one of these then. Takes no power at all. Now, money is dropping, but I'm not too worried yet. Can you hear the confidence in my voice there? I'm not too worried yet. I'm hoping we're going to have some more milk and eggs that we can get rid of and wool. So I'm hoping that will keep us going. I am getting a little bit carried away with money because just getting loads of different things. But I have gone and bought this. It's only 17,200. And I know it looks a bit weird on here, but I have got it in the JCB colours because this isn't mine, it's rented. If it was mine, maybe I would change it for the colours. But JCB colours then, JCB yellow, black hoses. Now, this is a little bit different than normal. I did go and have a look after spending a while going around my other field with the other one doing a load of samples. I'm like, I don't mind doing this, but is there a way we can get a bigger radius? Well, it looks like somebody had already thought about this the same as me, because there's a pack of these you can get and they all have different radiuses. And me being me, I've had to go for the biggest one. So if we have a quick look at the map here, you can see now you can see there's a big radius, which means I can pretty much, well, do my field, part of field 2, part of 1, and part of my field 6, and my cow pasture, all in one hit. I don't know what the price is going to be for sending off the sample for that, but I just think that's pretty cool. Now, is it lazy? It's not strictly true, but I mean, come on. I love the whole feature of the precision farmer, but having to go around and do all the little samples, oh man, that was hard work. So we'll put the map there, just in case you wonder why the little map at the bottom's all suddenly gone green. You'll be like, what's going on there? That's just because the radius of this is all over the place. So let's go take a sample. That's one hell of a sample. And really, we only need to go and take one sample. Because, well, that's it. Oh my, that's a soil pattern and a half, that is, isn't it? Woo. Okay, so pH doesn't look too bad. Nitrogen in that field. Who's got, what's in that field? Apart from stones. What's that then? Is that corn? Yeah, it is corn. Look at that. Wow, okay. Well, yeah, that field seems quite good. Apart from a little faint line. Hold on a minute. Field 5, isn't that the one we did on contract? The last episode, Field 5. Yeah, 23 and 21. I did that. I helped make that green. Okay, so this one then, these fields look a bit bad. But this one here, it's going to adapt it, obviously, as we go. As the worker goes through, it's going to now be able to adapt and detect what's in there. So we'll go and activate this, then we'll have a look and make sure where's the path going. It's going there, so the marker's just over here. We'll start her up. And if we just slightly move over here, there you go. See, now the tractor's fired up and it's going. It's now detected. Increasing nitrogen level to optimum value for sorghum on silty clay. 115 kilograms. Ooh, okay. So you can see, well, you probably won't be able to see, but the little chart, if I remember in editing, I'll zoom into the top corner for you so you can see. Nitrogen's quite low at the minute. You've got like the red mark where we are and the checkered flag. That's where it needs to be for sorghum on this soil type. So I'm expecting that the solid fertilizer rate is going to go down quite a bit on this. So let's just go and make sure we're on sorghum. We're all done. We'll go fire the worker. Well, not fire up the worker. Oh, look at this. Ooh, that's a nice planter. Well out of our price range at the minute, but I like that. Would I swap the one that I like for this? I'm not sure, you know. There we go. So it's putting in 407 kilograms. Kilograms per hectare. Oh man, that's absolutely drinking. The seed rate at the minute, it's putting in, is it 14? I don't know if that's actually 14, but it's putting in, it says here 14 seeds per square. That's 14 seeds per square meter. Ooh, that's a lot of seeds. It's dropped to 10 now, but we're still on 518 kilograms per hectare. Yeah, this field's in a bad shape. Jimmy really needs to do some work on this field. Now it makes me wonder then. Jimmy put the barley in, but he obviously didn't do any fertilizing or any sort of treatment on the field. If this is so bad now, unless it's because the barley's been in for so long and it's withered that it's actually affected the field. I mean, that is a potential. You know, it's well, how long have we been at this farm? And it's been withered the whole time. So, well, at least it's getting its treatment now. It's quite a shocking level. 555 kilograms per hectare. Oh my word. Alright. We'll let the worker crack on. It's time for a bit of a time lapse. worker's doing a good job then. We've just had to stop for a bit of a break here because the fertilizer is nearly out. It's absolutely drinking through it. So I bought a couple more bags then just to sort of top it up. Now, yes, it's going to be probably too much, but that's not an issue because we can empty them out again and just go store them in the shed. So if we go and activate this, then we will need to just go and change this over to nearest waypoint. Otherwise, it's going to try and start from the beginning again, and that will be an absolute disaster. So we should now be able to go and start the worker again and carry on exactly from where we left off. Just like that. So it looks like it's going pretty well then. Looking on the map, it's going from red to green, which is always good. But it is using a lot of fertilizer to do it. Seed, not too bad actually. If we go and have a look on the map here, you'll see obviously pH, that looks okay to me. I don't know what it should be. But the nitrogen was the one that was an absolute disaster. As you can see how red it is, and it's now going to green. So it's looking pretty good. It's at the right level for what sorghum should be. If we go across, there's no yield level yet because we've not done any harvesting on this one yet. But the seed rate, green, low. Means the amount of seed that goes in, it's low per square meter. Sorry, not square mile, square meter. And the creamy color one is standard. Red means it's absolutely taking a lot of seed. So that would be the silty clay area of it. So if we go across the soil type, loam, sandy loam, and silty clay. So not bad. So it basically then we need loam is the good one, which I've said all along. Loam's good. Low seed that goes into it. Standard on the sandy loam, the silty clay, very high. It's all looking pretty good. So we'll let the work carry on and we'll see what it's like at the end. One thing I do need to do at the end, I think I'm going to need to fill this up. It seems like it's doing all this work. We've got just over a quarter of a tank in the tractor. I'm going to find where the fuel station is. Now I know on the farm we have got some like little fuel tanks that we can also fill up, but I don't know if there's an actual fuel station anywhere. Might have a look and see if we can actually put something in these tanks. So we do have one of these fuel tanks then just by my grass bales, and if we go on to this end of it, obviously if we want to put 10,000 litres in, it's going to cost us 41,250. Yeah, I'm good at the minute. I don't really have that amount of money. We could put 1 litre in for £4. That seems quite steep actually. Maybe 1,000 litres? That would tie us over 4,125. Yeah, we'll do that. So we're 10% full of the tank. So hopefully, I mean, we're down to 6,400 now. Oh dear. Hopefully that will keep us going for a little bit. I don't know how much like fuel the tractor's going to use. I don't know what a full tank is. So we'll have a look. We've got 1,000 litres in there. We'll fill the JCB up after it's done this field. And we'll have a look and see what it takes and how much. Quarter of a tank left, I think. So yeah, how much it will be to fill in litres. Let's just hope it's not more than 1,000 litres. I can't see it being. That's ridiculous, but I want it to last us a little while because it's not the cheapest thing in the world. The worker is all done and the nitrogen's looking good. The pH is in some spots bad, some okay. It seems to be a bit all over the place. So I might come back off camera and get it with a bit of lime. But that's going to take a little while because that's going to be a lot of back and forth because it's going to get through it quite quick. So while the work is sorting that out, I've been on the task of sorting out these bales here and moving them. Now, they do take a little while. So what I've done for now is I've moved 2 stacks in here. I've managed to sort of stack up some of these. But I think, yeah, it's going to be quite a big stack of grass bales. So we're just going to need to see how we go because I obviously can't come out too far because of trying to get into them. But we have got a lot. We might have to stack some on against this back wall here. But yeah, I brought the telehandler in here and I've just put these in here for now. And I'll just sort of work my way through them as and when I can. I thought it's a bit easier to, keep them out of the, basically out of here just in case if it rains on them. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, okay, nothing will happen, but you know, you don't want grass bales out in real life. So what we're going to do, we're going to go and take this back around. I'm going to take it near my shed so we can drop off the bags. Put the bags back in the shed. And then we can send this thing back because I think that's pretty much going to be a wrap. Oh, we've got seed. Let's just see if we can actually get the seed in here. And that sounds a stupid thing to do. It's like, well, you're going to take it out. If I put it here, it's one way of being able to transport the seed round the corner. So we'll just go round here. And then if we go and park it here, I should potentially be able to unload. Oh, one glitch through the door. Well, one's already in there. So we can go ahead and drop that. And then what we'll do, we'll send that back now because we don't really need that. It's all dirty. Sorry about that. I should have washed it first. Send it back. Yes. There we go. So what we'll do, we'll put this without walking up the wheel. We'll give this a bit of an instant wash. And we can actually zoom in a bit now. It's a bit closer. We'll go park this in here. Going to be needing that soon. Close the door. And I will sort out these. So, what an episode. Taking on Jimmy's field. RIP Jimmy. Thank you for allowing me to sort out your field. So sorghum's growing. Soybeans are growing in our field. Animals are looking good. It's all starting to go well. Bank balance is shocking. But I'm hoping things will pick up soon. Maybe do a few more contracts. We'll see what happens. You want to know what happens? Join me in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching and I really do appreciate it. I will see you in the next one.